Hi guys, how's Chaturanga week going? It's been very fun exploration at the studio, and I hope you are playing with the idea of containment and boundaries in your week, in your life. Would love to hear about that. And today we're going to go over just a few fairly simple movements that you can do that don't require any props other than maybe a wall. And things that you can do to strengthen the upper body, the shoulders, to create that really strong container we talked about on Monday, so that Chaturanga is a little less scary and a little less risky. Okay, so a couple of these things we've gone over in class, or we will go over in class. This is just a really good reminder. And I'm going to zip through them pretty quickly, so if you're following along at home, you might want to press pause at the end of each exercise and then do it a few times for a few reps on your own before you move on, or at least equal out the sides. Okay, number one, kind of a simple one here, is to take one arm out at a 90-degree bend at the elbow and a 90-degree bend at the shoulder. So elbow straight out from the shoulder and wrist straight up from the elbow. You guys know that I'm kind of picky about this because we just tend to be a little bit wide, and to create that containment of the chest, right, the elbow has to be straight out. And then use your other palm and press into the inner elbow and resist back with the elbow so that you feel your chest muscles, your pecs, fire up a little bit. And you're not moving the arm up or down or out, you're just getting a little like press. And as you press in, I want you to also feel the shoulder blade of that same side coming down and wrapping the side just a little bit. You're not changing the posture at all, but you just have this little like feeling of tone or containment. It's a big, big word this week. Real easy, right? Shake that side out and do the other side. So straight out from the shoulder, palm, press. So you can just kind of, like on an exhale, press it in, feel that squeeze and feel that wrap, feel the shoulder getting low. See if you can do this and stay really soft in the neck and jaw. And let it go, just a couple of those. And then, shake it out. So just feeling a little bit of warmth here, right? And starting to feel the shoulder blades coming down and out just a little into the back. Okay, so that was number one. Let's do another. Here's number two. Arms together, forearms all the way from the elbow to the fingertips. Okay, again, shoulder height, or if this one feels a little challenging, you can take the elbows down a little further, but they really need to be together. Keep them together, keep this squeeze, but let the palms come apart. All the fingertips stay together like you're holding a big grapefruit between your arms. Elbows stay together. Okay. Then, if this is feeling easy, you'll start to lift the elbows a little bit. If this is feeling really hard, you can come down or stay right where you are. Keep the shoulders low and wide. Keep the hands away from the face. They'll want to come in. Keep them away from the face as you start to lift. So what happens here is usually we go back with the spine. See if you can keep the spine upright and just move from the arms. Whew, it's a tricky one. Shake that out too. Okay, so let's talk about the actual structure of Chaturanga and some of the things that usually go wrong. Here's a typical Chaturanga that I see in class all the time. Imagine that I am over the floor instead of standing up. Right? Chaturanga. Sometimes it's Chaturanga or Chaturanga. So we do a lot of things to it to make it easier and compensate for shoulder weakness. Let's get into what the structure or the container could feel like to feel really solid and powerful. This has to do with what the shoulder blades are doing and the supporting muscles of the shoulder blades. So bring the arms out with the palms up, just about shoulder height. You can kind of feel where you like settle there, where there's space and ease across the tops of the shoulders. And then scoop the inner elbows forward and up. Like those inner elbows are going up and the thumb side of the hand is going down. And can you do this without leaning back? Keep the spine really tall and just move. You'll feel the shoulder blade digging in, the bottom of the shoulder blade digging in to the lower part of the side back. Okay. Keep that. Can you keep the shoulder blades pressing in and draw the arms slowly down to the sides? Slowly down to the sides. So the thumbs are still moving back a little bit. The neck is long, head is on. Okay, and then the arms come forward, palms down, palms forward. And here's your Chaturanga. So I invite you to come over to a wall. Here I am with some artwork, but you know, I don't have a yoga room, so I do it in the corner of my bedroom. Hands on the wall, and look, 90 degree right here, 90 degree right here. Press, in fact, come up onto the balls of the feet a little bit, and then press into the wall. A little bit of the container of belly we were talking about last week. Just a little bit of that smile or hammock lift from the low belly. Neck is long. Imagine that the floor is right here and you are this wide across the front of the body. Pretty empowering. Okay, let that go. Whew. And take a couple of breaths now, just kind of standing. Notice what that feels like. You might be feeling a little pinch in the wrists. We didn't warm them up. That would have been a nice thing to do. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit of sensation, a little something happening in the lower belly, the smile of the lower belly, that hammock of support. So we're really bringing this in to this week from last week. And then hopefully you're feeling some stirrings around the shoulders, maybe the front of the chest. Maybe you're feeling the back where the shoulder blades are starting to press into the back evenly, like big, gentle hands. So this is such important work so that we don't have hacker back, right? Bare belly, round shoulders, chicken neck forward. It's also really important so that we don't just squeeze the shoulder blades together and pop the front ribs and chest out. We're creating a balance and evenness. And with just these couple of movements, doing them very diligently, you could start to make a difference in the strength of the finer muscles. And we're going to explore these movements and more in class. Maybe I'll show you a few more next week. Let me know what you think. See you later.